through this whole thing, and we had a guy that worked with insurance. And that's I know our particular insurance company doesn't have those kind of loopholes. They're not written that way because they're legally bound that they can't just arbitrarily make certain rules, so there's all kinds of regulations. But ours, part of the insurance is we've got it written in for that sort of thing up to a certain amount for litigation, for counseling. It's all sort of built in, so it's kind of like when you have car insurance, they can't just arbitrarily, well, you had a car wreck, now we're dropping you.
Yeah.
There's sort of built-in protection for
But they
those.
did not pay out or force you.
Yeah, it's
To do other
built
things with
in.
the other loopholes.
I would,
Well,
Yeah, but really.
That's where you need to sit down with
your
your insurance. Our
insurance agent and
insurance.
find out. And realize too that most insurance companies, you have to have a sexual abuse, you have to have a rider. You have to pay extra for it. So make sure that your insurance company, that your insurance policy has that rider.
It was a different section just for that particular.
The last slide you showed, it talked about a response team, but perhaps the third bullet, on your response team, you want to have a legal advisor that knows your church well, and then they can look through the insurance policy and deal with that. I do this for faith-based organizations overseas. Insurance companies are very happy to be involved, but you need to understand what's included and what's excluded.
And that's where I know the church I came from had a team that just handled the insurance. So, you know, your financial team, stewardship team, whoever sets this insurance up, makes contact with the insurance company, these are questions to ask.
Because unfortunately, I mean, regardless, an insurance company is a business, and a business' sole purpose is to make money, and they don't care how they do that.
Well, and that's why that's the reason all this is about being proactive. And these are things you ask ahead of time. And if this company can't do for you what you need, then you may need to talk to somebody else. You may want to talk to Church Mutual, Brotherhood Mutual, some of these organizations that work primarily with churches. Because they do this, unfortunately, these allegations happen all the time. But because there's this sense of churches don't want to be known for the place where it happened, and this confidentiality, trying to protect confidentiality and respect the individual that was abused, and even the alleged abuser, it doesn't get out, but they deal with it all the time. So.
Is there some model policies that's out there to look at?
I don't necessarily offer those. I did not make enough copies of this, and I think the copier here is they're having trouble with it. But if you go to ncbaptistsingular.org, I've got this resource list online that you can download and print, or if you want me to send you a copy of it, I can. It's got insurance company resources. The insurance companies want you to have these policies in place, because if you have these policies in place and you are working to comply with them, then the chances of this happening are going to be reduced. There's no way to guarantee 100% it won't happen, but it's going to be reduced. And so, like Brotherhood Mutual and some of these, they have a whole link, you know, or one of these tabs that you click on, and it's got all kinds of resources. You can go online to different churches. Often they will have their policies online. Some churches have big, extensive things. I've heard of somebody having like 15 pages. Some have 2 pages. And so that's the reason I don't offer like a boilerplate where you fill in the blank, because every church is different. Their needs are different. One of the things I've heard recently that I had not considered is you want to have like a 6-month rule, but you don't want to have these things so specific, so outlined that it's easy to not comply. So you want to leave yourself a little, in all honesty, you want to leave yourself
I can't serve because I don't comply.
Really? Yeah, they're This looks like I like Star Trek.
No excuses, lady. You're serving.
I know. Well, that's a whole nother conversation. I think, too. But it's like the board on Star Trek. You will be assimilated. But anyway, you want to create a policy based on what your church needs, the specifics of your church. And so I would encourage you, if you really want some help getting started, if you will contact some of the local churches in your area, especially those with a little bit of size to them, they have those policies, and most of them happy to share with you. I mean, when I worked at First Matthews and we put a policy together, I had about 6 or 8 policies, and I cherry picked what was most applicable to my church with the team. I am not a lawyer, I can't offer legal advice, but I've seen a lot of policies. And so, on occasion, a church will send me, once they put a policy together, they will send it and I'll look through it, just as a sort of an educated bystander. And, you know, what works, maybe tweak some of the wording, or there are just points that maybe you should, that could be included. And I'll offer suggestions. What I offer is suggestions, that's all. So I don't mind doing that. Okay. Like I said, I do not want you to operate in a spirit of fear. I do not want you to be afraid that you limit ministry because of fear of being sued. These are, like I said, these policies and procedures, I want you to see them in terms of kingdom work. That this is about protecting the children, protecting our volunteers, offering the best ministry we can, a safe and secure environment where parents can trust that they can drop their child off and know that they're going to be taught well, loved well, cared for well while they're participating in adult ministries. But I want you to see this as an integral part of ministry, not something that you're doing just because you're scared you're going to get sued. Is there any more questions? Like I said, if you want a copy of the PowerPoint and you didn't get one, or a copy of the resource list, it's online, you can print it off, or I can send you one or send you the link. I am responsible, I am your resource. My salary is paid from the cooperative program. I'm evidence of your cooperative program giving. But I am a resource for all churches that are part of the state convention in the area of children's ministry. If you feel like you need somebody to come and walk through your facility, if you're getting ready to remodel, or you just want somebody to walk through and offer suggestions, I can help you with that. I can help you with teacher training. I can help if you feel like your ministry team needs to hear this presentation, I can come and help you with that. If you've got a question, sometimes I get really random questions, and if I don't know the answer, I do my best to find them and get the answers back to you. Just know that I'm there to be of service to you and your church. And I have some business cards here if you would like one. And I'm gonna do a plug, August the 20th, Western Avenue in Statesville, we are doing one day. That is training for all areas of the church. There's like 15 different tracks. Preschool children, youth, worship, pastoral leadership, deacons, I don't know, I can't think of Hispanic, all kinds of different areas. There will be training that day. It's like $10 or $15 if you come, and that mostly covers the cost of your lunch. And so, if you want, it's on a Saturday, August the 20th. So it's a great way if you want to get some training into your church.
Where in Statesville?
Western Avenue. Again, if you go to NC Baptist, it's singular, ncbaptist.org, click on the icon for one day. It's your one day shopping trainings day. So. But we would, and there's registration. We would like to have some registration. Ideally, at least 2 weeks out. I mean, people sign up the day before, but I know we canceled one in the past because like 10 days out, we had only like 5 people register. So we want to be good stewards of our time and the others who come in that we pay to come in and do fill in some of the training. Any other
Is that the
questions?
same website where we get a copy of the PowerPoint?
Yeah. No, the PowerPoint is mine. I'll give you a card. The resource list is on the website. Yeah.
And you can email that PowerPoint.
Any other questions or anything? If you don't mind, I would love to offer a blessing to you in your work. Yeah. Thank you. I feel like I'm passing out communion or something.
Wait for
Let's pray. Father God, I thank you for these folks who love you and who love children and who want to provide a great experience for them at church, a safe place, a secure place, a place where their parents know that they will be loved, a place where they can trust volunteers to do your work. We pray, God, that as they go back with this information, that they won't feel overwhelmed, but that they will take this seriously. You say that whoever causes a child to sin, it's like they might as well have a millstone thrown around, put around their neck and tossed into the sea. It's that crucial to protect children and protect their hearts. We pray, God, that you would just bless them as they go home, and that they would be safe, that they would be secure, and that you would just guide their way. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
See how you do that? It's amen. See, she got it right.
I'm from Stanley County.
You got it right, honey.
Have supper, man. Yes, thank you for coming. Bless you, man.
Yes, she's in Charlotte, she's at elementary school in Charlotte, near downtown. Oh, yeah. Where she got the job when we came.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so
Okay.
I'm starting this Saturday.
So maybe, yeah, let me know. You did an excellent job. I appreciate that deal. Just.
I don't know if that was his or not, but he made a bunch of them for this association. Yeah, David, better one.
Oh.
He's quite
We had to, hey, we had to get the command center out there, remember that?
Yes.
Back when, what's his name, chief of gas, chief of gas.
I will leave the door open.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do know who you're talking about. I can't remember.
Task force, but, I worked that case, man. That,
If I were only gonna have
Yeah, we had the girl that was
they got
taken
her-
from
she's
the
12 years old,
one.
and They got the van, they got the guy with the van going up county line, remember? They was going from,
Yeah.
was it, I forget the name of the road, but, they got him.
North Chapel
The
Loop.
biggest thing is just that,
Yeah.
Getting ready to leave.
because in essence, if somebody walked
And we had the other one.
in that first one. Yeah.
Well, it's hard to do that with preschoolers,
Well, and you can get gates.
So our pastor's wife does our preschool.
I tell you, it Matthews would do this, and it was just, because I would buy those expensive gates, and some daddy would think it was smart to try to step over it. I had a brand new one broken the first week where dad tried to
That's
step
a
over
good
it.
idea. I've got some guys that will be at Pitt's.
But you know what, the guy was the maintenance guy at Matthews built these, and they were indestructible. He took PVC pipe with the corners, and he would build gates, and when drill
That way
holes
they're
in,
safe, the kid couldn't get hurt.
they could, and they were flexible. You know, you want to make sure that they're 6 inches closer together, because that's like steel in crib slots. And then he would put those on the door, and I mean, they've lasted 30 years. But if you've got some kind of gate, they just can't put hinges on.
So you just swing them over toward the wall.
Yeah, they weren't the most attractive things in the world, but they were sturdy. But even
That's a
if,
good idea.
yeah, but even with, because for one thing, you could swing it all the way open.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a tripping hazard for parents coming in that was carrying the babies or whatever. Because there was nothing on the floor.
Well, I'll have to talk with the leaders and the teachers.
Sometimes, you know, even that thing with the two, there were times I couldn't get to the class. But, you know, I had couples who wanted to serve that. But again, I did have monitoring, we had glass in the doors and that kind of thing.
See,
So,
sometimes we have children, sometimes we don't.
I know. The fact you have children at all is amazing.
Most of all, sick.
What church are you at?
Plays great. I walk back right up here in Marshall.
Yeah.
I know you said you live in Locust.
Yeah.
You run paper out of Locust, right? The Saints.
We live in, well, I started college in
You ever
70.
know Locust Signs? You live between Locust and Stanleyville on 200.
We lived on Meadow Creek, off Meadow Creek Road in Bar Graham Park.
Our teacher at South Stanley.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, see, I went west.
My wife went to our school.
sister, she didn't go to Pfeiffer, she went to Catholic.
Yeah. Well, I got, the Baptist didn't give me scholarships to recommend that. That's where I went.
I'm originally from Stanley County.
Yep, well, I'm
And
gonna,
my brother-in-law, you might know him now, Ed Stanton. He knows a lot of people around Locust.
yeah, probably does, I just.
Now, his
I was a
wife,
big-
which is my wife's sister, runs the, food pantry there. She's like a supervisor.
That mi-
With Meals on Wheels.
Oh,
She's a
okay.
supervisor of Meals on Wheels out of Locust.
Okay, my uncle does that too.
Well, she knows him then.
Yeah.
Her name's Phyllis.
Well, it's
Phyllis
Wayne Rush,
Uh,
and but he's in the hospital right now, he's in intensive care.
Well, see, her husband's 80 years old, he had a stroke
Yeah,
yesterday.
I will give
He
it.
is. And, yeah, and they've been volunteering for Meals on Wheels for a long time, and then that staff position came open, or
Yeah.
supervisor position came open, because they couldn't find anybody else.
Well, see,
So Phyllis took it.
when I was a kid, this is for tape and all this, when I was a kid, my grandpa